And yes, I believe I am live. I don't think you can update the settings for this while... Or can you? Can you update the settings for the noise gate thing while you're actually streaming, or do I need to restart now? Well, apparently it's... well, I can't really tell, but I'm gonna leave it there-ish, just to be sure. Anyway. Anyway. Video games, yes. More specifically this video game which I was playing yesterday, and which with any luck should be getting to the end of today. Just gotta get the window to open up, which it just did. Just got to get it captured. And get it in position, which with any luck that should be good. Get this over there, and the rest of the windows where they should be. And get this down here just in case, but who knows how necessary this will be. Alright, yes, I think we're ready. So anyway, video games. Yesterday I was playing Resonance and I got to about the halfway point of it. So let's see if we can finish this tonight. So I'm not sure whether or not a recap of what's been going on so far could be reasonable, but... But basically there's some kind of conspiracy involving science and death. And we're trying to find out about a vault that a dead guy told us about. So we can learn more about all that good stuff. So the last thing we did was we bribed a junkie with a bottle full of placebos, which apparently he didn't catch on to and got some a credit report for that. But now we need a will. Actually, no, don't know that yet. We need blueprints to this place where we suspect the vault might be. And apparently we need to visit this place since it was mentioned in the credit report. Tortoise Security. And indeed there is a tortoise sign. Well, before we ring the bell, which is right there, we can have a quick look around. This case is filled with delicate machinery at the multiple award-winning Monolith security system. I'm not sure who gives out awards for security systems, but alright. Generally, yeah, this place does give off the vibe of being a security place. There's an ornate safe, which we can look at, but... well, that happens.
Welcome to Tortoise Security. JP Tortoise at your service. Can I interest you in a new state-of-the-art custom-built home security system today?
No thank you.
We have a special this week on document safes. They're fireproof, waterproof, and Rapture ready. For only $999.98, you get the DocuSafe Halo, plus I'll throw in a personal bubble alarm free of charge. What do you say?
Well, we can inquire about those things you mentioned.
What's a personal bubble alarm?
It's a new invention of mine. Using a combination of sonar and magnetic field disruption, it detects when someone has entered a radius of 4 feet from your person. An automated alarm then notifies the intruder that they have invaded your personal space.
And do people buy them?
Not yet, but I'm counting on the word spreading around the social anxiety disorder communities.
Yeah, I could see that happening as well if someone did invent that. And make it cost effective, but yeah, about the Rapture.
What makes the safe Rapture ready?
I'm glad you asked. Each safe is fitted with a self-destruct mechanism connected to a wireless transmitter. If and when the Rapture comes to pass, a licensed blasphemer will trigger the mechanism, destroying all your documents. You wouldn't want all them left-behind heathens going through your personal effects now, would you? The Rapture service plan comes at a low $29.99 per month. So, can I sign you up?
No thanks.
I don't think 29.99 qualifies as very low, but alright. Guess if that was up your alley, but now let's try getting to the point.
It looks like business is doing well.
Business is doing very well. My custom-built security systems are in major buildings and corporations all over AC. In fact, I've been having trouble keeping up with all the work that's come my way. I'd hire someone else, but, well, there's no one else who can work the magic like me.
I see.
Well, you could teach them.
You must really love your work.
It's very profitable.
Surely there's something in it for you more than just profit.
Well, to tell you the truth, it is kind of tiring. Making high-tech security systems, alarms, and biometric scanners certainly pays the bills. But my real love is making ornate safes and puzzle boxes. It's an elegant art, one that doesn't really get appreciated around here. My masterpiece, the wooden safe on the table over there, has been collecting dust for weeks now.
Yeah, we did catch sight of that.
But hey, I suppose I should just be happy I can pay the bills, right?
Well, and afford a lot more than that. But anyway, let's see if we can actually ask this guy about the credit thing.
Excuse me, but did you have a customer, Javi Morales?
Maybe. I've had a lot of clients.
I have a credit card statement showing that he spent a lot of money here.
Okay, then you should know in my line of business, my clients value their privacy.
Javi was my uncle. He died yesterday, and I need to know more about the vault you built for him.
I'm sorry to hear that. Look, I remember Dr. Morales. He seemed like a really nice guy, but this is my business we're talking about here. I would need proof of death and a copy of his notarized will before I could release my records to anyone.
Proof of death, well, we have that, kind of. Well, we can press the issue without our requirements.
Please, I need to know about my uncle's vault.
I've told you, I can't give you any information until I've seen the death certificate and the will. I'm sorry.
Let's know that he's not
Thank
gonna
you.
do that. So we need a death certificate and a will. Well, we have one half of those items, but I believe there should be another way of going about this, but yeah, pretty much our next quest would be to get the will. Which of course would be kept in city records and all. So let's see if Bennett can help us with that.
Going up, detective?
Yep. Yep, just me.
Go on up.
Yes, this is true, but we can be unreasonable. As we will come to learn, but for now let's see what we can find here in the police administration.
Hey, Officer Johnson.
Detective, long time.
How's that girlfriend of yours?
Beyonce, sir.
My consolations.
Huh, you meet any hot chicks recently?
Not really.
Didn't think so. So what brings you to the archive?
I need to get a copy of the Juno Laboratories blueprints.
Oh, that might be a problem. Usually the computer will automatically grant you access to documents relevant to a case you're working on. But some documents are marked as high security, usually Homeland Security stuff. That's probably one of them.
Oh.
But hey, we can give it a try. Okay, I found the document and requested it. Step up to the archive screen and scan your fingerprint.
Let's do that then. No, apparently we need higher clearance, so that didn't work.
No go.
I didn't think so.
And we're not going to say anything else about that, apparently. Also, if you look at this certificate here. Sure enough, the city archive was designed by the same guy, apparently. So we can bring that into our short-term memory, because why not? And maybe talk to this guy a little more.
So how'd you get stuck right in this desk?
Everybody on the admin ladder gets their turn. I like it though. Quiet.
What do you do back here?
When document requests get approved, I pull them from the archive and send them to the mailroom. And I help with the use of the archive in the copy room, for the less technically savvy members of the force.
Like me.
And the rest of the time is mine to finish paperwork or whatever.
What are you doing now?
Finishing my master's degree online.
Really? In what?
Culinary theory.
Officer Johnson, you cook?
In theory.
In theory, well.
What can you tell me about the archive?
It stores all kinds of documents. Birth certificates, death certificates, blueprints, public employee payroll records, living wills. Every document kept on file by the city throughout history is cataloged and archived in the massive vault behind that window. The vault's automated retrieval arm will select the correct file box the document is located in, retrieve the proper document from inside, and create a copy. All within a few seconds. The computer is even programmed to decide who should have access to what documents. It's light years beyond the old system.
Well, points for the correct use of light years.
So what do I have to do to get that blueprint? It might be important for my case.
There's a multi-step application process. I can give you the paperwork.
How long does the process take?
In cases where Homeland Security has put a lock on a document, a month. Should I get the application paperwork for you?
Don't bother.
So now we can't do this a bureaucratic way. We need
See you later.
to find a different way to do it. Actually, hang on. Do we have Get Will and that's yes we do. So we can ask him about
Can
that.
I get the will of Javier Morales out of this thing?
Is that the dead guy from the lab?
Yeah.
Since he's connected to your case, you should be given access, assuming he has one on file. Yep, I've got his will pulled up. Go touch the screen for the authorization check, and if you need a second copy, just let me know.
Well, at least getting the will is simple enough. So we get the will. That was simple enough. And on the way out we can have a look at the copy room, which is on the hallway. Apparently it takes hours for Johnson to explain the copying process. You know, wink wink wink. Might need that at some point. But we have something we can use for the time being, so let's get out of here.
You finished?
For now.
So in theory we could take these things and go back to the the Taurus place.
Hey, Anna.
Yes,
Hold this.
sure.
But I'm pretty sure there's one other way we can do this. Hang on a bit. Hang on a bit. Okay, never mind. I was confused for a moment. But now that we have these two things, we can in fact go back to the security firm. Talk to the guy.
Ah, welcome back. Perhaps I can tempt you with a new keyless combo-less padlock. Once you lock it onto something, it'll never come off. Ever.
Oh, now we have the two things that we need. We need the will and the death certificate.
Here's my uncle's will. I'm listed as the sole beneficiary.
I see. Unfortunately, I still need some proof that he's dead.
He died in the explosion at Juno Laboratory. It's been all over the news.
I'm sorry, but I need to follow the law to the letter here. I work with a very sensitive client base. I need to see that death certificate.
But well, you're in luck because we do have that as well.
Here's my uncle's death certificate. It's really important that we get any information about the vault you have.
I'm very sorry for your loss. So many of my vaults are custom designed for special purposes, and this one's no different. It was built to house electronic data and a number of small devices. It's designed to destroy everything inside if someone manages to hack through all the layers of security. Even I wouldn't be able to hack it open.
There must be some way.
Well, Dr. Morales gave me 2 sets of fingerprints to encode into the locking software. One was his, and I don't know who the other one was.
So this other person could open the vault.
Well, as long as you knew the key code.
Do you have any idea where the vault might be?
The internal power generator and battery give off a lot of heat. You might be able to find its heat signature.
What was the heat signature?
Alright, look. I just really didn't want to have to tell you this, but I've lost all my files on Dr. Morales' vault.
What?
I couldn't tell anyone. I'd be ruined. Me, the top security expert in Aventown City.
Stolen?
Yes, someone broke into my office 2 months ago. They went through all my files. The ones you're looking for are the only ones he took. Oh, but I caught him on security camera.
Really?
Here, I got a printout.
Oh boy. So we might get a hint as to who's behind all this. Apparently it's the same guy from the post office. So the police might know something about who this is. And sure enough, there is one policeman on our team.
Thank you.
So let's go and follow up on this. By giving him... well, we can either give him the picture or just talk to him about it.
Excuse me, detective?
Yeah?
Have you ever seen this guy? I think he might be behind my uncle's death.
I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
And sure enough, now we get the option to remember all this.
That's it. Give me that. Yesterday morning, I was staking out this known criminal dead drop with my partner, and we saw this shifty-eyed mope making a pickup.
Take me to him.
You better let me check it out first, darling.
Darling?
Please, call me Bennett.
Well... and sure enough, we are transported to this place. That was kind of abrupt. But I'm pretty sure this is the door he went into. Well, I don't know. We can check the memory to remember the order of the knocks, but I think it was 2 1 3.
Hello?
Yep, there we go.
I'll go in and check it out. You stay out here.
Fine.
So let's see what's inside this place. Apparently the answer being... this person.
Hello?
こんにちは。
Who are you? Where's that shifty-eyed guy? I saw him come in here the other... Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you speak English?
No, apparently this is
Sorry to
not...
bother you, ma'am.
ちょっと待ってください。
Same
Right.
to you. What's this?
Totally get given a,
A paper swan. All right, thanks.
according to Bennett, a paper swan, but...
Well?
He wasn't there. Just some Chinese lady.
Chinese lady?
Gave me a paper swan.
Origami is Japanese.
Well, let's see what we got. The paper swan is an origami bird. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be an origami crane, but something's written on the paper, apparently. Well, this is unexpected. Apparently this is the vault stuff that was stolen. But we're not going to follow up on that. But now we know the hit signature, though. Hang on. Well, there is one place where you can put this to use if you go to the lab again. Apparently the place is now roped off, but we don't care. But we also need a Ed here for this. Since he's the tech-savvy guy with the stuff that's here.
Hey, you.
Hey.
Well, actually, wait a moment.
Thanks.
Well, by looking at this, we can find out that the heat signature for the vault is apparently 185 degrees, not sure if Fahrenheit or Celsius, but we can use this information because we didn't look at this earlier, but in the same room where the dead guy was, we can find this terminal. Yep, and sure enough, the guillotine as we are walked out of the lab. And within utilities we can find the thermal scan. Apparently it's the only thing that's not corrupted. And if we set it to 285, which is the correct temperature for this. And scan for anomalies. Perhaps floor by floor. Guessing it would be on the ground though. Basement 1. Basement 3, 4, 5. Basement 8. Apparently that's it. So now we know where the vault is. And now we only need the city blueprints for this place so that we can find out how to get down there. So how do we get the blueprints? Well, we know that they're stored in the archives at the police administration. And the only way we can get at them is through the security operator guy. But we don't have the clearance to get them. But we also know that they were apparently designed by this guy, so what can we do with this information? Actually, wait up. Well, there's actually one to save here, since there's 2 ways this can go. And I might as well show both of them, because there's one I haven't done. Tortoise, yes. Let's talk to this guy again.
Welcome to Tortoise Security. JP Tortoise at your service. We also have a special promotion going on with the safes. If you can crack it, you can have it. For up to 5% off.
Alright. Well, if you're talking about the security cam picture, you know, he's one failing. Or maybe not. Actually, do we know, can we not talk to him about this?
Did you design the city archive system?
Yes, one of my earlier works. It's the greatest digital and physical cleanroom document storage in the history of mankind.
I need you to tell me how I can access documents above my security clearance. Police business.
What? No! Even if it was police business, I couldn't do that without a warrant.
But we cannot get that.
Why should I?
Well, we have, there's one reason.
Let's keep in mind that someone broke into your office and stole a client's information, and that you didn't report the theft to the police because of the damage it would do to your business. And let's also keep in mind that I now know about it.
Are you blackmailing me?
Just something for you to think about. So, what can you do to help me access the archive?
Alright, fine. Wait here.
So this is going great. Clearly going for the morality paragon
No way to
choice.
change your security privileges without an administrator's biometric authentication. But the system has one weakness. This is a key card that gives you back-end access. It's for mechanical maintenance only. You could use this to recalibrate the arm that retrieves the documents. It will think it's grabbing a non-restricted document, but if you purposely align it incorrectly, it would actually be grabbing a different document regardless of the document security level.
So there's our solution. But yeah,
This is
because
the end of it. No more blackmail.
since we did it that way, we get the blackmailer achievement, which I didn't have. That's the reason why I did it that way. But there's actually a different way to get at that without compromising our morality paragon choice, I suppose. And there is to talk to this guy. Bring up the city archive again.
Welcome, JP. We also have a. If you can.
Did you design?
Yeah, one of my.
I need.
Even if. Well, I should.
Well, there is one thing
Never
that
That.
we can use to our advantage here if we take a look at this ornate safe and put it in a short-term memory.
I am ordering you to help me get that secure document.
You can't order me to do that. Show me a warrant or a court order. Then maybe we'll talk. But until then, no. I don't give out confidential information on my security systems, especially huge commissions like the City Archive.
Well, there is another way we could do this. Maybe.
Thanks.
Maybe we don't actually need to talk about this with him though. Nope, we can get straight to trying to solve the box. But the thing is, we actually have no idea how to do this. Since there's no way of knowing how this works, so we can blindly poke around and we will not get anywhere, so no, this is not how we do this. We can't see inside, wink wink. If only one of us had an instrument that allowed us to do that. Perhaps an ultrasonograph.
Excuse me.
What do you?
Here.
Sure thing.
So let's give this a try. I thought. So let's see, this box has 4 sides, so which one shall we take a look at? Let's start with blue since it's the top option and all. And now we can see what's inside the thing. So the way we do this is by moving this thing around, and we need to get this thing to the corner here. And the way we do that is by shoving it into this thing, and then that's how we get to move it to the bottom. But there's 3 sides left to unlock, so let's get started. The green side would be... trying to get this thing over to the left side. So to do that we need to do this. Get this thing over there and get that down there. And now since there's a side above us, we can actually move this up. And that takes care of the green side. Now for the yellow side. To move this to the left and then get this down here. Get this in the middle, then move down, move this up. And finally we can get this down here. And now for the final side, which is the red side. It's actually the most complex of the particle. First there's this, get this to the top and then get this down there. Get this in the corner and move this up. This to the left. Move it up and then to the left and then down. And that's how we can get this in the corner. So now that we've solved the safe, somehow notices.
You solved it. You opened it. No one was supposed to open that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. You're sorry?
I...
This is fantastic. You solved it. For years I've been working on puzzle boxes like that one. I put them on display, no one even glances at them. But you must love a good puzzle as much as I do. We are kindred spirits. Finally, someone to share my hobby with.
But
I'm gonna make you a new box. You are going to love it.
thanks.
This is the start of a beautiful friendship.
Alright. So, concerning the, city archives thing.
Please, lives are at stake. We need to find out how to get that document from the city archives.
I could get into very deep shit for this, alright? But you solved my puzzle box, so I owe you something. And if lives really are in danger,
They are.
wait here.
So that's another way you can convince him to help us out with the archive thing.
There's no way to change your security privileges without an administrator's biometric authentication. But the system has one weakness. This is a key. It's for
Yeah, well,
mechanical
it has,
maintenance.
though.
You could use it will think it, but if you purpose
Well, the gist of it is we need to recalibrate the mechanical
Thank
arm.
you.
anything for a kindred spirit.
In order to make it get a document that it's not supposed to.
Thanks.
In this case, the blueprints that we're after. I suppose it is. I mean, all of these choices don't really affect the ending. There's, you might imagine that they do, but no, there's only one choice at the end that affects it. But let's not spoil that yet, since we're right in the middle of the adventure right now. I think we need a Ray here, or someone. Help us out with this next part. And Bennett needs to give him the keycard that we
Hey,
just got.
Ray,
What's up?
hold this.
All right.
Yep, it's easier, but you also get less points for it. It's really much at this point. I
Going
think,
up,
since,
detective?
Yep.
since I'm pretty sure I haven't gotten everything that I need to get all the points, but still. And this time we're
Bringing
bringing
Ray
Ray.
here up to the interrogation room.
Full name?
Raymond Abbott.
The journalist?
I loved your piece on invasive ground squirrel species affecting the local rodentia population.
Can we...
Sorry, I tend to rebel when I meet famous people. Go on up. And remember, Mr. Abbott must stay in the interrogation room at all times.
The county records archive is just down the hallway. We'll have to do some reconnaissance. Remember, you're not supposed to be wandering around up here. Don't be seen.
Yep, we're gonna have to get him some clearance. He's not supposed to leave that room. But we need to find a way to distract that guy downstairs so that we can help Ray sneak past. And we also need to distract the guy that's at the end of the hallway. And we have just a way to do that. As we learned or got a hint for when we examined this place. Actually, wait a minute. We need to
See-
bring that into the short-term memory, I'll bet, to make this an option.
Johnson, can you help me out with something in the copy room?
Sure thing.
So yeah, this is going to take a while.
The green one.
But that's not the right size paper.
Then first, you press the menu button. Then select
Well, this is going on. Let's distract this guy.
Excuse me,
Well, hello there. What can I do for you?
So what do you do here?
what's your job here?
Mostly I use the admin panel over here. Rerouting calls, overseeing administrative functions, directing units. I could practically manage the whole police department from this baby. With the new Crystal Fire architecture, this baby can process all... I'm sorry. You don't care about all that. Once I start talking about the panel, I can hardly stop.
There's your other hint.
Never mind.
So now we drag that into our short-term memory.
Excuse me,
Well, hello. What can I do?
And let's talk about that, why don't we?
can you tell me about the technology behind that control panel?
Really? No one ever wants me to talk about this stuff because they say I ramble too much. The panel is hooked into the primary law enforcement system. I
Well,
can
well,
control it.
while he's at that, let's actually
Really impressive.
Ray
is all that
sneak
it's
out of the
doing in
interrogation
background.
room
In order
and do
That's not
this.
the right size paper.
Then first, you press the menu button. Then select the paper size submenu. Then you have a selection for paper size.
Well, let's have a look at the terminal.
The one
See if we can find more information. And, well, this doesn't look familiar, does it? No, but this has a USB slot, which means we can use his super awesome password cracker tool to get past the screen. So let's see what the password is. Samantha, apparently. So let's get in and let's see. Recent documents. And wouldn't you know it? Because, what's his face? Bennett told him to look up the documents. Got both of the ones we need, even though we already have the will since we are actually cleared to get that, but the blueprints, which is the one that we're not clear to get, is apparently O25 and P20. Well, can you guess what we're supposed to do yet? Let's see. O is one letter higher than P, and 25 is 2 numbers higher than 23. Or 1 letter before and 2 numbers higher. Best make a note of that.
But that's not the right size paper.
Then first, you press the menu button.
So let's use this
Then
master
select
keycard
the
with
size button.
the archive terminal.
Then you have a selection for paper size.
And realign the arm. Apparently the target is M20, but since we want this to be misaligned, need to put it 1 letter before that and 2 numbers higher, I think. Yeah, 2 numbers higher, so it will be L22. I hope this works. So having done that, oh, I'm telling you to go this way.
Contrast. Now move the slider back to the middle. Just drag it with your finger.
Excuse me, you need to stay in the interrogation room.
Well, contrary to the conversation in the copy room, apparently this one ended.
But that's not the right size paper. Thanks, Johnson.
So let's ask him for the will again.
I need another copy of that will.
Okay, I'll pull it up again.
But now that the
Go ahead and
arms
touch the screen.
misaligned, let's see what document we get instead. Or at least it should be misaligned. Yep, there we go. Got that on our first try
There you
too,
are.
which is
You've
why
been
we got the
waiting.
achievement. So now we have everything we
Find it or
need.
what?
I think so. Using the lab's thermal scanner and the information from Tortoise, I found what I think is the vault's location. It's in the tunnels beneath the lab's decommissioned super collider, far underground.
So how do we get in?
There are several service and ventilation shafts that go from the surface down to the super collider. Using the blueprints, I was able to find one that should get us close to the vault room.
It's here.
Not far from here. The super collider passes underground. The lock looks pretty old. We should be able to break it and climb down.
Climb?
So this is it.
Almost.
Come on, let's get this over with.
Alright, I don't know why they chose the baseball park to be their tokens, to be their meeting place, but that happened. And Ed is still dead.
What is this?
We're in a service tunnel underneath Juno's old super collider. The vault room should be 100 meters down this hallway.
Oh boy, time for the best puzzle ever.
How do we get through?
I didn't know the way would be blocked. They must have been using the crates to salvage pieces of this collider for the newer one. We'll have to find a way to move them.
Move them?
This particle accelerator used powerful magnetic fields to bend the trajectory of highly accelerated particles. We should still be able to start up the magnets in the ceiling to clear a path.
Damn it, Ed, was that even in English?
Us use big magnets, box go to sky.
Do we still need this mope?
Yes. I hurt my shoulder when I was a kid. Accident with a truck motor and a climbing frame. Long story. Anyways, having a metal shoulder around powerful magnetic fields is a bad idea. You three will have to clear a path for me. So, I'll hold anything you're carrying in case it's got metal in it.
You mean my gun?
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Under no circumstances does an officer hand anyone else his weapon. I'm staying with Ed.
Here, you can hold everything I'm carrying.
To tell you the truth, I'm a bit weighed down too.
Alright, the magnetic fields are highly focused and only affect the marked areas. Bennett and I can't be in one of those sections while the magnet is on, but you two should be fine. We'll support you however we can.
So yeah, now we need to get all 4 of these people across to the other end of this hallway. But they cannot cross while the crates are down. And to get them out of the way, we need to activate these magnets. But Ed and Bennett cannot cross while the magnets are active. So we're gonna have to do a bit of creative maneuvering with this. Also, let me this down. So yeah, it took me like half an hour to solve this the first time, but this time, since I've already solved it once, I'm willing to employ some reference. So this is how the magnets work. We flick the fuse box and use the switch, and up goes the big crate. So let's see if we can start getting people across. Section friends. Oh, and incidentally, this can happen. In case you were curious. But thankfully, with our power to rewind time, we can forget about that. And continue on our merry way. Continue on our merry way. Well, yeah, generally people have a lot of blood in them. And if you're crushed by a giant crate, you generally don't have a lot of room left for that under it. Oh goodness. So let's see if we can get Ray all the way across to the other side. I think that's what follows. And yeah, the other thing is that when a character has a magnet active, they cannot move from that spot without deactivating the magnet. So that's another restriction that we get to maneuver around. But here's where it gets a bit more interesting. Since there is a crate and a ramp here. So what we do is get that guy right in the middle of the section, then deactivate the magnet. So that he ends up between both of them. And then walk up the ramp. Don't make an effort there. And no power to the switch though. But best to have it activated, as we will soon learn. There's actually this switch right here, I believe, is pretty much the key to solving this, since we cannot do it with only the stuff we have at this point. Oops. So let's put Ray in position again. Raise the stuff. And now that we activated the switch up there, we can actually go to the bottom part of this and activate the fuse box. And now we learn what that switch does. It brings out those little platforms. And now we can actually get Bennett to activate the first of these things. Actually, wait a moment. Oh, never mind. Well, I guess we can still try it out, but I'm pretty sure that well, what would happen if I, for instance, tell Ed to get up here and and activate the magnet while Bennett is standing in that zone. Actually, don't remember what happens. Well, apparently that's what happens. Even though he only has a gun, I'm pretty sure that shouldn't happen, but now we know. Now, apparently guns have a lot of pull when powerful magnets are involved. But I'm pretty sure all we need to do now is get Anna to release that. And now it's pretty much a just a matter of getting everyone to the end of this place. Seems the way should be clear for all right now. Yeah, what I mean, the other guys pretty much are completely unfazed when they're standing under the magnetic fields and the magnets are on. So it's kind of a bit of a stretch, you know, to imagine that an entire person would be hoisted up like that just because they're carrying one metallic object. But anyway, now that we're all together here, let's see. Doors right there.
Now that we're past the magnets, can we have our things back?
Fine.
And all of our stuff is given back to these characters. Yeah, but you know, since they did the animation that, where Bennett just shot up, I'm pretty sure that would be the same thing that would happen if
behind the glass.
we were at below the
There are
magnets.
some papers here.
Your uncle holds a key. Well, I wonder how that paper has survived all of these
this
years,
is for
but
you.
alright. Without any rot or anything, or yellowing.
Huh? There's another scrap of paper stuck to the back.
Oh, goodness.
What is this?
What are you looking at me for?
Detective?
The hell?
Detective Bennett, were you or were you not following Dr. Morales in the days before his death?
No, I had no idea who the old guy was until yesterday.
I knew he was up to something.
You stay out of this, asshole.
That note you dropped last night? It all makes sense now.
You wouldn't know sense if it punched you in your damn nose. Ed, Anna, I've put my career in jeopardy to help you guys.
Last night, when Ed found you waiting outside my apartment, were you really just worried about me? Or did you have something to do with that man who was after me?
Of course not.
Bennett, give me your gun.
Fuck you.
Give him the gun, Detective.
Ed,
Nope,
Ed,
clocked.
grab his gun. That should hold him when he comes to.
Raymond, is he?
He'll be all right.
I just don't understand. Why would he?
Anna, I know this is hard, but it's almost over. The vault is right there on the other side of that window. We need to get that door open and do what we came here to do. Dr. Morales is counting on us.
Yeah, the thing is, well, apparently they think Bennett is evil, even though nothing has been clarified yet. But now we need to figure out how to get into the vault while Bennett's just tied up. So let's have a look at the this console here. There's some keys, some photorealistic keys I think that we cannot select. There's a small code panel and some indicator lights. Apparently we can light up the lights, but we don't know what that does yet. What about the pad of paper? Well, can you guess what we're supposed to do here? Apparently a page was recently ripped out, but... well, maybe not recently, but... But sure enough, we have a pencil right here. Also in this small box. There's a fuse in the box. Also there's a fuse plugged into this thing. So now we have 2 fuses. And yeah, if there's not at least 1 fuse in any of these things, that happens. So let's use our pencil to manually do the movement for this and figure out what's written here. 31322133. Apparently that's it. So best to remember that. Oh yeah, you know, to remember we're not exactly sure what's going to happen when we manage to get to the vault. Since we're not sure what the implications of that are going to be, need to look at some of the other things. So yeah, the door controls. We need to have at least some power in this panel to be able to operate those, I think. So let's look at the door controls now. Apparently it's that simple, but the door is barred still, and there's a fuse behind it, won't you know it? But it's too far to reach, so we need to find a creative way to get at it. Well, maybe what do we have that might help us with this? Maybe Ray can help. He's in deep now, well. Well, we'll see how this turns out. I have a pipe. Can we use this pipe to try to reach that fuse? Well, he can touch it, but he cannot quite pull it back, so he needs some something to give him I don't know, to make it prehensile, is that the right word? So, wouldn't you know it, Ed has some duct tape still from when he fixed that pipe.
Ray?
Yeah.
Could you come here for a second? Please? Here, take this.
All right.
So there you go. Still have that duct tape left over from when he fixed that pipe, so we can put the duct tape on the pipe. And now that we have that, we can use the pipe with tape to try to get this. And sure enough, now we have the 3rd fuse. So let's give it to Anna.
Anna,
Hi.
here you go.
Sure.
Because why not, for appropriateness, we'll have her try to solve these puzzles. Well, let's see. Actually, we need to put those in a certain order, if I recall, so need to look at this thing one more time. Alright, the top switch, the middle switch, and the bottom switch would mean that they would show up in left, right, left, middle, right, so this would be 1, this would be 3, and this would be 2. So let's see, 1, 3, 2, well, if we look at the fuses, we'll see that this one has a 1 on it. This one has a bent pin, but we can correct that. And put it in there. And finally this one has a 2, so let's put it in the bottom. And now that all 3 of the fuses are in, let's look at this one more time. Code was 31322133. So if we go into the code panel and input that, apparently that's it.
I'll take care of him. You two need to finish what we came here to do.
Thank you.
So of course Anna's the one who goes in, as Ed watches.
It's your turn now, Anna. You have to open it, and then we'll make the decision together.
Ed, I appreciate everything you've done for me. I couldn't have done it without you. But my uncle wanted me here for a reason.
Alright, also, hang on a minute, let me check something. I thought this could be possible, but no, apparently we can only control Anna right now. So let's look at the vault computer. The thing that we've been looking for all this time. And touch. And yeah, apparently we're the, Anna's the only other, the one other user that was registered to this. That's a surprise.
It says it needs a key phrase.
Your uncle holds the key. Your uncle must have believed that it was something you would be able to remember. You need to think back. The cemetery, your childhood, the last time you spoke to Dr. Morales. There must be something. Something you may have forgotten, but you can get it back. You just have to find it.
Apparently through Ed's mesmeric voice we are pulled into the final nightmare sequence, in which after escaping the vent, child Anna has to climb the stairs.
Come here, you.
Yep, I found all the memories so we can complement this perfectly.
She's gone, Anna. She's with the other angels.
Cry if you like. No one cares.
Well, goodness, it's Satan, wouldn't you know it?
Get your hands off my daughter.
That was easy.
What have I done?
Also, kind of the important detail there. Apparently Satan was her alcoholic dad, or was he? Because Javi did call Anna his daughter, so we're back at the cemetery. And this is the mystery uncle's grave, which we looked at before. Uncle Angelo. Apparently he died before we were born even. And we have the key paper, which we got from earlier. And if we hold that over his grave and trace, we get something that doesn't quite fit. So maybe not quite. Maybe that wasn't the uncle that he was referring to after all. Well, there's our father and mother's grave. I'll take it to that. Javi's grave hasn't been added to the cemetery yet. So can you figure out the logic behind this puzzle yet? Well, we thought that Dante was her father, but in that final memory, apparently Javi punched out Dante and told Anna that he was her father, so that if that was true, that would make Dante not her father, but her uncle. So if we take this and put it over Dante's grave, sure enough. And now it comes up with the final message.
Te prometo.
And the key phrase is readily inputted, so I believe that's pretty much all we need to get at the contents of the vault, so this is the big moment. Te prometo means I promise you in Spanish, by the way.
You got it?
Yes.
Open it.
There's a video from my uncle. My father.
Your father?
I need to watch it.
All right, but don't do anything afterward. We need to talk it through.
Okay.
Would you let me be alone for this?
Okay.
So he gets out and gets locked
Anna?
out.
Let me back in as soon as the video is over.
So let's watch the video. The final message from our father, not uncle.
I am a weak man, Anna. I failed you, I failed your mother, and perhaps I have failed the world as well. Your mother, I loved her very much. And though she knew she shouldn't, she loved me back. The man you called your father, he knew. He always knew. He took out the anger he had for me on you, and when I tried to protect you, I went too far. I had to leave, to hide. The police suspected I had something to do with his death, and I was a coward. I broke my promise to you, Anna. It was a lie. When you needed me most, I ran away. But I could not run away far enough to escape my sins. I'm being followed. I know they want resonance, and I know they mean me harm. I do not think I will live very long past this day. My last act was to put an end to my research, but as I put my finger to the button, I realized that I could not do it. I was too old, too weak, and too corrupt. This power, resonance, could save the world, or it could destroy it. This is as poisoned a legacy as any I have given you, Anna. The choice is yours, to save resonance or to destroy it. I hope you will forgive me, my Anna Angel.
Anna? Anna, what did he say? Let's talk about this.
And now we get
Can you
the
just
choice.
open the bars?
As Ed
Anna,
talks to
let
us
me in.
behind us.
We can make this choice together. You don't have to do it alone.
So what are we going to do?
We can't destroy this technology. Humanity can use it. We can fulfill our potential. This is our future. We can't deny mankind this gift. Tell me what you're thinking. Anna, open these bars. Let me in. Anna, please.
Well, I don't know if Ed's gonna keep going, but no, apparently not. So why not? I don't usually do this, but it's gonna be great. I'm sure I'll do this. Or anyone who might be around. Let's see if this works. Did that work? I am not seeing it in the chat yet. I'm not sure if oh, there we go. Well, it's all tied up right now. There's one vote for both of them. Oh goodness. But that just changed, but there's only 4 votes, so thus far. So is that going to be it? Are going to be 4 votes, or is anyone else going to choose? Alright, it's a bit more balanced out right now. There's one more vote to what one of the options it could end in a tie. Well, it's been going for 1 minute and apparently there's 3 votes for Destroy Vault and 2 for Open It, so why not? We'll Destroy the Vault. Apparently, could be a trap, could be evil, or the potential for evil could be too great, so let's go ahead and destroy it. End
Anna,
of story.
Please, open the bars. No, stop!
Or...
Anna? Let me back in as soon as the video is over.
get to see things from a different perspective. So we get to question Bennett from Ray's perspective. How long have we been planning this?
How long have you been planning this?
Well, there's a...
The fuck?
Well, you'll see.
Answer the question. How long have you been planning this?
You hit me, you asshole!
And I'll do it again if you don't start answering questions.
Can we ask again, I guess?
How long have you been planning this?
Planning what?
Don't play dumb. You've been manipulating us to get at the vault.
I've been helping you.
Actually, let me
Did you
stop the poll. Should probably have done that.
kill Javier Morales?
I should ask you the same thing. Why are you here? Are you really doing all this for just a story?
Don't change the subject.
So let's see. Who does he work for?
Who do you work for?
The Aventine City Police Department.
You're not smart enough to have planned this all out on your own.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Does he want with the resonance research?
So, what is the plan, detective? What do you want with the resonance devices?
I came here to destroy them, same as you.
Is it money? Selling them off to the highest bidder?
If I cared about money, do you think I would have become a cop?
Are you a terrorist?
Stop it. My head hurts too much to laugh at your cat-pissed detective work.
Well, the note, there is that. It's kind of been unexplained so far.
Then explain that note.
What note?
Well, to get in our inventory, or is it a memory? I guess Bennett's letter.
Last night, in the baseball field, you dropped a note. The reporter is following you. Get rid of him. Was that from your boss? Worried I'd figure it all out?
If I were a bad guy, you figuring things out would be the least of my worries. Check my shirt breast pocket, unless that's too complicated for you. It's the letter I dropped. You didn't read all of it. It's from a friend of mine, 5 years ago. A reporter followed him around for a while, saying it was for some bullshit day in the life of a policeman story. Turned out it was for an expose. Unceremoniously outed the poor bastard without warning or permission. Ruined his career. No commendations, no promotion, no nothing. You know the way things are these days. No one wanted him on their squad. He'd been a high flyer too. That's why he went along with the story. He quit one day. Vanished. Think he's up north somewhere. I still keep it close. He was a good friend.
So, you're...
Maybe you didn't understand the moral of my story, Raymond. It's no one's damn business but my own. Now, untie me?
This doesn't change anything. That letter wasn't the only unexplained note we've come across.
It wasn't? 12 other unexplained note there is. Oh yeah, this, didn't we show it to him already? Oh well.
Explain the note from Dr. Morales with your name on it. Why would he call you out by name?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't. Maybe it was planted.
So your argument is that someone went out of his way to set you up?
Out of his way.
For what purpose?
Oh
Out
boy.
of his way.
Now we get the Eureka
I'm
moment.
waiting.
Out of his way. That's it.
What?
Why didn't I see this before? Someone did go out of his way. Far out of his way.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Come on, Jimmy Olsen. Connect the dots. Figure out the story.
We can't just make that conclusion, but because we need proof. And we have it right here. If you look at the subway map, we will see a certain discrepancy. Can you figure out what it is yet? About a certain event that happened very early in the story. Well, we're about to get it spelled out, I'm pretty sure, so
There must be a clue on the map here.
Right.
I don't see anything right away.
Keep thinking.
keep thinking, well, we actually have to point it out, well, can we click on things on the map, or what? Or do we use one of our long-term memories? Is that it? Is this the one?
Ed told me that he and Anna
Yep,
met
here we
on
go.
the subway on their ways to work. There's no way Ed would be riding the same subway as Anna in the mornings unless...
Unless he was going out of his way to insinuate himself into the life of the only person who could open the vault other than Dr. Morales. Ray, untie me.
Anna,
But meanwhile...
please, open the bars. No, stop!
Anna!
You shot her!
Ray, close the door.
Close it. Well, No, 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 no. Apparently Ray cannot move, so... So here comes Ed, and... No, that didn't quite work, so let's rewind time and do this the right way now.
You shot her!
Seems as I recall there's a way
Close the
to
door.
seal off that entire place easily, and that's to knock off the fuses.
I can't believe she's...
This is your fault.
my fault.
You knocked me out, tied me up. I could have done something. God damn it, he used my gun.
Well, maybe if you hadn't been acting so shady to me, I wouldn't have had to...
I'm gonna kill you right after I kill Ed.
No one's killing anybody.
Well, here comes Reggie.
Not again.
Why are they saying you blew up that lab, Bennett?
What?
And why are they saying you killed a girl?
Apparently someone's saying that.
Who is saying these things?
The chief. We were in the middle of a briefing, business as usual. The chief gets a phone call and suddenly she's putting a bounty on your head. You and your journalist pal.
He's no pal of mine. And this is bullshit. Somebody must be pulling the chief's strings.
Yep, there's maybe something a little bit bigger than we've seen so far going on here also. Hello, AB.
A girl?
They said you killed the science guy's niece to keep her quiet about you blowing up the lab.
How did they find out so fast?
So it's true?
Of course not. But something weird is definitely going on here.
Yeah, but that's pretty much the thing. No matter what you choose there, it seems like a pretty big choice, but Ed shoots her, so it doesn't really matter in the end.
How'd you find us?
I tracked Mr. Abbott's cell phone.
But I haven't called anyone.
I can track it as long as it has that SIM card in it.
Yep, you sure do.
Reg, you know I didn't do those things.
Tell me, how do I know that?
How do we know that? We can appeal to him as a friend, or we'll do this, or we can maybe try to, I don't know, try to give some evidence? Evidence such as what? Appeal to him as a friend, maybe?
Reggie, I may be tough on you, but it's only because I see myself in you. You are the finest, up-and-coming detective I've ever had the privilege to work with. After all these months, you must have a bead on me. I wouldn't do those things, Reg. You know I wouldn't.
Do I?
Do I? Well, if we have a way to, maybe the alleyway door? I mean, they were together
Reg,
for that.
when that lab blew up, I was with you. We were on that stakeout all night, shooting the shit. You know I couldn't have had anything to do with it.
I know, but I don't
There
understand.
we go.
It's this case. The lab, the vault. I don't have time to tell the whole story now. But it ends with Morales' assistant, Ed, killing Anna Castellanos and stealing a new superweapon called Resonance.
Super weapon.
We've got to find Ed, and we've got to do it fast.
It's bad, Reg.
Didn't he stay locked up in the vault, though?
I got orders.
Remember what I said the other day? Sometimes you gotta make your own orders.
I can cover your tracks for a while, but the chief's got everyone out looking for you.
What's with this chief?
She's been acting weird ever since she started trying to keep Bennett and me from staking out that post office in Edgetown.
That stakeout is somehow connected to this Resonance stuff.
How's that?
Well, the origami crane we got, or the security cam picture.
That shifty-eyed guy we saw in the stakeout was also after Resonance.
Shifty-eyed guy?
Yeah, the guy who stole Tortoise's files on the vault.
The guy in the security cam picture.
Yeah.
That's no coincidence.
No. I followed it up, though, and I just found some Oriental lady.
Oriental is not
She gave me a paper swan.
an origami crane.
Whatever.
Well, then you're going back there.
Why's that?
Because just before the chief sent me out looking for you, I found an origami crane on my desk.
And what did it say? Assuming he
I have no
unfolded
clue
it.
where it came from or why it was there, but now I'll keep the chief off your backs. You two get over to Edgetown.
Wait a minute, who's giving the orders around here?
The one of us who isn't a wanted man. One more thing. Mr. Abbott, you keep that fancy phone around, you won't make it half an hour. Ditch your SIM card and use mine. They won't be looking for it.
Thanks.
Call me if you need help.
Well, that's pretty nice of him.
Reg,
You're welcome.
we stick together, got it?
Is this gonna be a buddy cop thing now?
Yeah, you're the naive, annoying one.
Well, let's go to the only place we can go, I suppose. Back to follow up on this track. And maybe figure out what that shady, shifty-eyed guy had to do with all this.
This is where that mope hides out, and that Chinese lady. I just need to remember the secret knock.
Secret knock? What is this, some kind of clubhouse?
Well, the secret knock, we still remember that. It was 213, but I don't think that'll work again. No, it doesn't quite work, but we still have the paper crane that was given to the other guy. And apparently it was written on or maybe a piece of paper with a haiku on it. Once 4, now 2 stand to open door bearing mark and seek audience. Once 4, now 2 stand, you see. Well, yeah, we were once 4 and now we're 2, but there's also the code.
Let's go.
Wait, are you sure we're not walking into a parlous situation here?
Parlous? Why the hell do you talk like that? Come on.
Yeah, not even sure if parlous is a word or just a mispronunciation of perilous.
Detective Bennett.
Oh, goodness.
Mr. Abbott. According to Reno here, you're 17 seconds late. Sorry for the shabby digs, but we need to keep a low profile for now. We've got a friend in common, Tolstoy Eddings, and I think we both want to figure out where he is. But I'm sure you've got questions, yeah?
Apparently the shifty-eyed guy was Mr. DJB all along. Certainly looks like him, and he has that British accent and all, but... Well, we can go with the standard questioning.
Who are you, and how do you know who we are?
I like you, detective. No beating around the bush, just business.
Answer my question, or I'll beat you around this room.
I think you're in enough trouble already. No need for more violence, right? My name is Amul Batra, and this is my colleague, Reno. We're collectors.
Collectors of what?
Information. It's our business to know everything.
Everything?
Everything.
No, apparently his name is Amul Batra. He's the A Batra that's apparently been contacting Ray, but pretty much means he's not related to Anna.
So you sent for us. We came. Why?
You're here because the universe is a self-correcting machine, and until recently, Ed was a reliable, predictable cog. But now he's gone off the rails. We need replacement parts.
Enough with the metaphors. Get to the point.
We both want the same thing. Tolstoy Eddings needs to be brought to heel. We'll point you in the right direction.
Alright. So apparently it's had something to do with them.
So you were working with Ed?
With him? No. We had an interest in resonance. He had an interest in resonance. So we took an interest in him. That's all.
Did your interests include killing an innocent woman in cold blood?
We did not kill anyone. But the entire Aventine police force seems to think that you did. Maybe something can be done about that.
What's Ed planning? Well, we can try to arrest him, but I'm not sure how that will end.
I should place both of you under arrest.
On what grounds?
Well, the fact that you broke into a security firm and there's a picture of you doing that.
I got a surveillance photo of you robbing Tortoise Security. You were caught red-handed.
Bollocks. I thought that camera was off. Tortoise knows his stuff, alright, I'll give him that. I know. Still, good luck getting Mr. Tortoise to press charges. He'll never admit his place was robbed.
He's right, you know.
Shut up.
So no, apparently trying to arrest them doesn't quite work for that reason. So what's Ed planning?
What is Ed after?
To upset the machine. We believe he plans on setting off another resonance device very soon.
I don't understand. He seemed to think resonance should be for the benefit of mankind. Why would he use it to blow things up?
He did just kill Anna. He's not the most rational guy around.
Unfortunately, even Reno here didn't foresee Ed's betrayal until it was too late. And she sees everything.
Alright. She sees everything, you see.
So what? She's supposed to be some sort of psychic or something?
There's no magic to it. The universe is controlled by laws.
There we
Everything
go.
from the planets orbiting around the sun to the firing of neurons and that little brain of yours. Call it a machine, call it fate. From initial state to end of days, everything's already been decided, and with enough information, anything can be predicted. And that is why we collect.
Information?
All of it.
Yeah, apparently that's the shtick, apparently. They want enough information to predict anything. So that's an interesting way of operating.
So what did you want with Tortoise's files on the vault?
As I mentioned, we are collectors of information.
And Resonance is what? A trophy for your wall?
No, it's much more than that. We want to see it put to good use, but our motive shouldn't matter to you. Ed's going to set off another resonance device very soon. You need to focus on stopping it.
They know this well.
Why did she slip me that vault file yesterday?
You needed a nudge, we gave it to you.
Alright, now apparently Ray can talk. Also, hello, Lizard.
Wait, did you say your name is Amu Batra?
Yep, like the A Batra that... that has been contacting us, I guess, in the smartphone.
You're A Batra, the guy who's been emailing me. You are the 11 Foundation.
You know this mope?
This guy has been feeding me scoops, like that one on the vice president. Wanted me to write some articles buttering up his cause in exchange.
Cause?
Increasing government surveillance powers in the name of anti-terrorism.
Seriously?
I knew you sounded shady, so I did some checking up on you, Amul. You and your 11 Foundation are behind that DNA database and Avorta.
No point in denying it, and you took full advantage of it.
That may be, but there's no way that thing is legal.
It's only illegal until it isn't.
What's that supposed to mean?
Antivoter isn't a pressing matter at the moment.
Are we sure about that? Well, we can't bring it up again, but... apparently he's somehow also behind the giant DNA database at the hospital.
So if you're so smart, how do we stop Ed?
Start from the beginning, the initial state, and extrapolate out.
The beginning?
The explosion at the lab. It should be easy to determine where the resonance devices that killed Morales were placed.
But they could be anywhere outside the lab.
You can find the distance between two resonance devices by the size of the blast made when the particles snapped back together. I acquired the formula and used the measurements from that hole in Morales' lab. The particles must have been placed 4 kilometers from the lab on either side.
We need a little more than that.
If you need more than that, you aren't the right men for the job.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Well, he's kinda right, you know.
Let's wrap it up, lads. Don't bother coming back here, we'll be long gone. After you've stopped Ed, you'll see us again. Oh, and before you go, I have a little present for you.
Alright.
What was that he handed you on the way out?
A compass.
So we can find north?
No, a drafting compass, like you get in high school geometry.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only thing we
What
were
do you
missing.
think about those guys?
I don't trust them. Everyone seems to only be interested in resonance.
But they do want to stop Ed, and that's at the top of my list of things to do today.
Let's just figure out where those resonance devices were placed so we can follow his trail.
So, well, he did tell us that apparently we're, the resonance devices were placed 4 kilometers from the lab, so pretty sure that's enough information to get a good idea of where they might be, since... Yep. Well, we need to set it at 4 kilometers wide, yep. There. And if we put it center this at the lab, its place comes up as one of the places at. That one of the devices was placed at, so of course the place that's immediately across would be the other place. So let's investigate. Since apparently Ed is planning to do more horrible resonance explosions soon.
I like the vibe. The style is very student digs with a touch of crack house.
This is not an apartment, it's a staging area. Chosen for its proximity to the target, not for its allure. He must have been planning this a long time. Here's the resonance device, right as he left it.
Should you stand so close to that?
Yeah, but sure this wasn't here the last time that Ed was here, though, which was before he left. For the lab at the start of the game. Or maybe it was. Maybe he set that up just before he left and we didn't see it, well. There's a device labeled 14B in the tripod.
The resonance device.
Wait. He could be booby-trapped. Don't you ever stop to think before you charge ahead blindly?
Boom.
Asshole.
Blogger.
Well. Yeah, now we have the first of these things. The 14B number. So, what happens if we are to call that number? We do have a phone, don't we?
Are you calling me?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Apparently that's what comes up, I don't know. What that was about. We have a goals 3 thing though. Our only goal is to stop Ed. No idea how we're gonna do it. Pretty sure this should be the one, I don't know. Actually, wait a moment. What phone does Bennett have? Well, he has the resonance device. Got a cell phone for a trigger, which is marked 14B. How about we can check out the cell phone? There we go. The call history, no calls being made or received, and the text messages. 14B delay release from a phone called 14A. Well. And apparently we got the number for that as well. So what happens if we call 14A? Well, there's no answer, but since we know the number, I think there's something else we might be able to do. Since we have Reggie's phone.
Hello?
Reggie, this is Ray.
Is Detective Bennett all right?
Yeah, he's here with me.
What do you need?
We need to have this number traced.
Reggie, I've got a phone number I need to have traced. You can do that, right?
I can't. Chief's got me tasked. But the tracing equipment's at Admin HQ. If I can clear the front desk for a while, should give you enough time to trace some phone numbers.
How will you do that?
I'm going to pull the plug on Oink's favorite toy. It should take him a while to figure out where the problem is.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright. So how are you going to manage that, though? We don't exactly know how to do traces, but... But sure, let's go there now.
Hey.
Oh wait.
Later.
Can't actually get separated, I guess.
Nobody seems to be around.
Yeah, it's quiet. Let's keep it that way.
Well, what happens if we just go up to the control panel? Database error. What if we refresh? Nothing? Check connection and restart. Magnetic locks. We can disable some locks here, but apparently we don't know what number is. Maybe have another look around before we start fiddling with that. Well, there's that guy. We don't want him to see us, but there's a cheap lock apparently. Wonder how we might be able to do that. Also, what is that room? The tech room. Where apparently we need to get into to trace the phone number. What if we use the credit card? This works in the movies. Yep, sure enough. And apparently that wasn't loud enough that that guy had. So now here we are. With the electronic lock with the number 7782 and nothing else. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I tried that a few times when I was a kid and it never worked. Because I didn't really have any sturdy cards to try that with a lot of the time. I did try making a rudimentary lockpicking system with like metallic pen parts and bobby pins, and that did work for a few doors. But anyway, the number for this was 7782, I think. Yep, there we go. So now this should be open. There we go. And also the magnet is selectable. This is actually important. Apparently it's attached too well to pry off by hand though. Why we would know that we need a magnet, I don't know what. But maybe Ray can help with this, I don't know. I think there's actually something else that we can find to help us with this. Tools. Now apparently we don't know what the tools on the tool rack do. It's a blocked cupboard. Well, there's a mainframe behind us. Actually, I'm pretty sure we want that magnet. Hang on. And actually, you know what? I just realized we forgot something from before. Actually, I think I missed something in the chat as well. Something about, whoops, no, not the hammer. Lockpick set? Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. But now we need to quickly go back to Ed's apartment and check out the drawers and cabinet door. Because apparently that's what, not sure how Ed escaped the vault, but he did. And by burgling the stuff he left behind, we got Morales' journal again, and a screwdriver, which I know if we will need. Yeah, I would imagine if you tried to buy a lockpick set, you would need some kind of way to get traced for that. And now we've stolen the magnet, I think. Yep, here we go. Strong magnet pried off a door. So let's actually check out the terminal though. See if we can get this telephone call traced. Well, we should trace the 14A number, that's what we're after right now.
The computer traced it to a plumbing supplies warehouse near Juno Labs.
Any idea how we can get in there? Will we need to break in?
Should be easy enough. I'll flash the badge around and say we're looking for contraband.
Doesn't anyone ever ask for a warrant?
Shh, don't jinx it.
Well, I mean, you can also get improvised ones. Like I did once upon a time, like I mentioned. But now that we've traced that number, I guess that worked pretty well. We have a new location that I can visit on the map. The warehouse that's immediately across from Ed's apartment.
This is the place. Come on, Jimmy Olsen. Let's look around.
That's it. I can't take it anymore.
What's your problem?
My problem, detective, is that I'm a reporter. Jimmy Olsen is a photographer. We're nothing alike.
So, I guess I should just call you Lois Lane instead?
You know what? Jimmy Olsen is fine.
There you go. Also, apparently, Ray got a new thing on his phone. Let's see what that was. Where are you from, Jay? Apparently, someone at the office is asking for him. Well, let's see. We need to get up there somehow, I would imagine. Actually, we can try to call the number to figure out where the phone is located. Apparently there's a sound coming from upstairs, even though there's no stairs. That hole in the ceiling, apparently... Well, I don't know how common this would be in a warehouse, but to me that looks like a safety hazard. So let's look around. There's a sticky note on the forklift. Apparently the key might have been left in the locker again. Hang on. Well, Bennett has the ultrasonograph. Is this the locker we want? Well, we can... There's a bend in the vent thingies. How do we use this on the locker? Take a closer look. Sure enough, there's apparently a key there. So how do we get to it? Well, there is one way. And that is why we swiped the magnet from the door earlier.
Hey, detective.
Hmm?
Here you go.
Sure thing.
Well, I don't know if that would result in anything. Snow apparently races the screwdriver just isn't going to work there, but let's use the magnet we got for trying to fiddle with the key. There we go. And this is actually a pretty tricky part, if I recall, since we need to, if we move this thing too quickly, we can't actually get the key through this gap, so we need to get it up there, though. And if we move the thing too quickly, the key will just fall off like that, which is, you know, great. And that's also a dead end, so I'm not even sure if this is the way you're supposed to do it, but it's the way I did it the first time. And I would like to assume that this will continue to work. No, not quite. Just get the key on that end. And move it slowly so it doesn't tilt. And get it through the gap. There we go. And now it's just a matter of getting it all the way up here until we can reach it. There we go. And now we have the key to a forklift. The engine's on. Well, guess we could have Ray stand on the these things and have Bennett operate it. Is this how we do it? No, apparently this is how we do it. To move that one, and then you move the other one. Oh, leave it there, please. And now that Ray's up there, you can have a look around upstairs. There's a bunch of pipes here, and we can select each one individually. And check each pipe until we find the correct one, but we can simplify this by just calling the phone again. And there it is. Pretty sure the correct pipe changes each playthrough as well, so...
Yeah, looks like a resonance device, alright.
Get it down here.
So we pretty much have to do that. Also, we've reached the 300 mark, so we're getting ever closer to the end. Let's get Ray down again. And here we go. It's Resonance Device B. It's got a cell phone marked 14B for a trigger. Actually, wait, that's Bennett. Ray has the other one. It's no longer armed and there's a cell phone marked 14A. Which is apparently the cell phone that forwarded the call to the device that was at Ed's apartment. So let's check the call history, which is non-existent, and the text messages. There's one. It's the same, and it's forward, which means it's sent to the other device, and it's from a phone called Selfish Prepaid, apparently. So now we have the number, which would ostensibly be from Ed's phone. So this information we can return to the police station. Yeah, I guess they knew the pun in that. So let's see. Just try to run a trace on that number.
It's no good. I can't trace it.
Why not?
The signal's too weak. Could be the location he's in or some kind of interference.
What can we do?
Call it. If that is Ed's phone, hopefully he'll answer. As long as he's talking, we might be able to trace the signal.
Well, what do I say? We need to keep him on the phone, you know, this is police procedure, you just gotta keep them long enough that you can trace the call.
What do I say to him?
This is interrogation 101 stuff, Jimmy Olsen, so listen close. First, hammer away at him, get his guard up. Then, when he's on the defensive, switch tactics. Interrogate him, start asking questions. Stay on your toes and keep him guessing. Don't give him a reason to end the call.
Alright, well, let's call him right now then.
Got it. I'm ready.
Just keep him on the phone as long as you can, and I'll need a couple minutes to localize the signal.
It looks like a, Actually, I don't know what that is. Oh, a fake.
Who is this?
Let's be aggressive at first.
You son of a bitch.
Ray? How did you get this number?
Well, gotta be aggressive and not too aggressive. Remember that.
You killed them in cold blood. Anna and her uncle. You murderer.
No.
Liar. I saw you pull the trigger. We saw the device in your apartment.
I did, but I didn't want it to happen this way.
Are you sure about that? Well, you did betray us.
We trusted you, you asshole. You were using us the whole time.
No, wait, it wasn't entirely like that. I wanted to protect residents, yes, but there's so much more at stake now. Ray, please believe me. I'm not a bad guy.
Then prove it to me.
Well, let's go interactive now. What are you going to do?
Ed, what is all this about?
Ray, you're a smart enough guy. You should have made sense of this by now.
Ed, nothing about you makes any sense.
I might have agreed with you once, but now I'm finally seeing clearly. I know what I have to do.
Well, he seems pretty confident. I mean, why did you do it?
So why'd you do it, Ed?
You think I wanted this to happen?
You fired the gun. The device was in your apartment. You tell me.
I just couldn't take the risk. Resonance is just too important. Do you understand?
No, Ed. Talk to me. Make me understand.
Nobody can understand. Not you. Not Dr. Morales. And especially not Amul and Reno. Damn it, I don't have time for all your questions.
Well,
It's
now
annoying,
he's...
you know that?
The feeling's mutual, believe me.
Well, now he's on the defensive again. And ask about Amul and Reno.
You mentioned Amul and Reno? We spoke to them.
This is all their fault.
Oh, but he hung up.
Damn it, he hung up. Tell me you traced him.
No, I needed more time. Do you think you can get him back on the line?
Not a chance. He's probably ditching the phone right now.
There goes our only lead.
So no, that didn't go quite so well, so let's rewind time. To where we can talk to him again. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's not about time, but just about whether or not we can get him on a certain line of questioning.
It's no good.
Once.
Call.
So let's get him on the phone again.
Got it. I'm ready.
Just keep him on.
Who is this?
You son of a bitch.
Ray? How did you...
Well, let's do what we did before, which is do this again.
You killed them, Anna. You lied.
I did...
We tried. You.
I want Ray.
Then.
And now let's ask about why he did it first.
So why'd you do it, Ed? You fought. No.
Nobody can...
And now let's talk about Amul and Reno.
You mentioned Amul and Reno. We spoke to them.
The 11 Foundation? Don't listen to a word they say.
Who are they?
Look, whatever you may think of me, those two are far worse. I trusted them. I did these horrible things for them.
You were working for them?
And they betrayed me. They aren't going to use resonance to help the world. They want to use it as a tool. A tool for their own selfish purposes.
They said you're planning another attack. They want us to look for you.
They're trying to use you like they used me. They make you think they want the same thing you do and nudge you in the right direction. They know I can stop them, so they convince you to get in my way.
Stop them? Stop them from what?
Stop them from gaining control. I can do that at the very least. No matter what happens tonight, Ray, remember this. I stopped Antivorta.
Antivorta? Ed, wait, let's talk about this.
I can't bring back Anna or Dr. Morales, but I can make this right. Stay out of my way.
Well, he hung up again, but...
Got it. I know where he's at.
Not this time the
So
trace
do
went
I.
through.
He told you?
No, but I know what he's planning.
Well, yeah, he pretty much told us he wants to destroy Antivorta, so...
Antivorta. He's targeting Antivorta.
Yes, I traced his phone to the hospital.
He's there right now? We could already be too late.
Let's go.
So now it's time for the final act.
Do you think he's here?
He's here.
When we find him, what do we do? He has your gun. He's armed.
You really want to turn back now?
No. Let's do this.
Well, first we need to find out, to pretty much locate where Ed has been placing the devices that he's going to use for this next explosion. So this would be a good place to
Damn. No phone service.
search for
Can
that.
you function for 5 minutes without a phone?
This place doesn't even have Wi-Fi.
Whoops. Also, hello, Lambda. Actually, do we need to come here first? I'm pretty sure we do. Well, there's something on the floor, but we can't look at it. And if we go to the far end of this hallway, can we open this? Can we open this? We should probably start the search for Ed at his target. Oh, well, yeah, there is that. Actually, not supposed to be directed to this place yet, so the... Oh goodness, now we get to wait for Ray to come into the elevator again. Yeah, you know.
Damn it, Ed's not here.
He's got to be somewhere near.
Well, we already looked there. You know that he has to place the devices at two points that are at equal length away from the target. So since the device is on the 7th floor, a good place for that would be the basement for one. Pretty sure we already did this, hang on. Is there something I'm missing right now? Apparently there is. Apparently we weren't just supposed to do more up there than just acknowledge the fact that Ed wasn't there. Well, we can use the database. Again?
There's a complete lockdown on that machine. No uses, no repairs, no nothing.
It's alright. Well, now that we've done that, is this still going to make a difference, I wonder?
Looking quite lissom today, Emma.
What do you want?
Well, about that thing again.
Has anyone strange been in here looking at the mainframe today? 6'2", blonde hair?
Just that other maintenance guy, but he wasn't that strange.
Other maintenance guy.
Don't you all know each other? He was in here taking measurements of the room. I guess that was a little strange. Oh, and he asked me if I had a key to the basement maintenance rooms. Isn't that something he should already have?
Basement.
Oh, God.
Thanks.
Whatever.
Yeah, the basement, there you go.
Never mind.
There's your key that you need to be steered in that direction. Yep, jelly babies, it looks like. There's no signal, but since you know the resonance devices are activated by cell phone, you need to find an area which has a signal. There's a very faint one here, apparently. But if we move closer to this place... Well, this place has more of a signal. I think that's a pretty big hint, so it could either be this door or this door. No, I'm guessing it's gonna be this one. We only get one shot at this, so let's get it in. And sure enough, there's the resonance device. It's blinking, which means it's live. So let's have a look. There's one of them.
Shit.
Gotten.
Yes.
Whoops.
If the target is Antivorta on floor 7, and one resonance device is here in the basement, then the other must be...
above the building.
So we have the stage set for the final confrontation now. Also, there's calculations. You know, even though he's pretty much going to blow up a 7th floor of a hospital, he still needs to make calculations. Gotta get it exactly right. Yeah, I didn't know that the radius reach of Wi-Fi signals could be that small. So let's go to the outside again. And here we get to make another save, as the end game is coming up. The final choice. There's a wire gate to the left of the entrance. Apparently it's not unlocked or anything, but there's an elevator and a TV in the back. What's that on the TV, I wonder?
Wait, detective! Look at the TV!
Huh?
My God.
What connection the incident in Aventine City could have had to these worldwide attacks is, at this point, unknown. Being told now we've established contact with our Washington Bureau, re-established contact. Video is coming in now. We have a chopper in the air. Clearly smoke rising from the vicinity of the White House. Several emergency vehicles you can see there in the area. Oh my God. The White House has been attacked. I repeat, the White House has been attacked. This video coming in from our Washington Bureau.
Those were resonance blasts.
This must be what Ed was planning. We're too late.
No, this resonance device is still inactive. Whatever he's planning, he hasn't done it yet. Let's get up there. Whatever he's doing, we can stop that at least.
Yep, the White House, but... yeah, pretty sure those particular attacks were not coordinated by Ed, since he's pretty much only been in the city.
So peaceful up here. It's hard to imagine the chaos erupting all over the world right now.
Focus, Ray. Look for another resonance device. It's gotta be here somewhere.
So I'm not Jimmy anymore?
You earned it.
I don't see it. What if we're wrong?
Don't worry. We'll find him.
Hi, guys.
Well,
Stay where you are.
oh, but there's the other device.
Do you see now? Do you understand?
Ed, what the hell is going on?
Resonance. They never cared about resonance. They used me. And now all this, using resonance for mass destruction. It's exactly what I promised Dr. Morales I wouldn't let happen. I couldn't see it coming. I couldn't stop it. But I can stop them, at least.
Stop who?
The 11 Foundation. Antivorta. It must be destroyed.
Why? Why Antivorta?
What makes some computer worth all this?
You really have no idea what Antivorta is, do you?
Nope, well, this is the final scene, the final debate. And we can get two endings, and they are both determined by what we do during this scene, so, well, let's start probing for now. We can take a look around to assess the situation. So let's have Bennett talk to Ed for now.
Antivorta doesn't matter. Antivorta can burn a resonance-shaped hole in the earth for all I care. You'll never convince me that killing Anna and Dr. Morales was necessary.
That's because you don't understand what's at stake. Right now, Antivorta is just one single computer in the low-profile office below us. But if the 11 Foundation has their way, that one mainframe will be the hub of a worldwide array of supercomputers that track, well, everything. Everywhere you go, everything you do, you leave an electronic trail. Phone calls, emails, text messages, blog posts, tweets, GPS data from your car, your cell phone, our entire personalities. It's all out there. Networked, consumable, predictable, controllable by them.
There's no way that would fly. Such a thing would never be legal.
You really believe that? Didn't you see the news? With that kind of fear to ride on, Antivorta will have the blessing of every government on the planet. That's what they want. That's why they wanted the resonance devices. They told me they would use it to help people, but they lied to me.
Gee, I wonder what that feels like.
Shut up, Ray! Don't you think I know what I've done? They used me to get this far, but they aren't getting any further. And when I found out what they were doing, I stole a set of resonance devices for myself. Resonance started this. And now, it's the only thing left that can stop it. I've already set the timer, so just sit tight for a few minutes. And as soon as the devices have warmed up, the resonance particles will take care of the rest.
Yep, so that's pretty much Ed's logic. Maybe keep talking.
So, what happens now?
Well, in just a few moments, this timer will run out and the resonance devices I've placed will wipe this Antivorta system from existence. Without their hub and all the data they had already built up, Antivorta will be crippled. It'll set them back years. It gives us time to reveal to the world that the 11 Foundation was behind these attacks. We can stop them for good.
So yeah, you're pretty much given a choice between Ed, who wants to have horrible collateral damage in a hospital, or apparently these people making coordinated terrorist attacks all around the world to push their agenda.
There are innocent people down in that hospital. Sick people, injured people. If you set off a resonance blast, won't you kill them too?
I took measurements. I've done my best to minimize the area of effect to just the Antivorta mainframe.
Done your best? You mean you're not sure?
I've done my best.
So if more people die, they're just more acceptable losses.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Don't you see the irony here?
Of me using resonance as a weapon when I keep praising its potential for peace? Yes, I see the contradiction. But any good that resonance could do for the world would be completely overshadowed if Antivorta is allowed to exist. And once this is done, I'll start again, and I'll make sure it's done right. I still have Dr. Morales' notes. I just need a lab and a team.
You're dreaming, Eddings.
And for your information, that is not what irony means.
It kind of is, though. You know, it's when someone does something that is the contrary of what another one expects.
We, Ed? There's no we up here. You're the one holding my gun. You put all this in motion. You can justify your actions all night long, but you're still murdering scum to me.
Right, well, we can let Ray say something.
You're delusional. Antivorta is one office with bad lighting guarded by the dimmest receptionist I've ever seen. And you expect me to believe the 11 Foundation are spearheading some Orwellian nightmare?
Yes, Ray. They are hiding in plain sight. And in a hospital, no less. And you barely scratched the thing's surface. Once they've started mass-producing mainframes, it'll be too late. They used resonance to make this happen. Now I'm going to use it to stop them. Very, very soon.
Oh goodness.
Time's up.
Turn them off, Ed. There's gotta be another way.
Well, that's the thing. One of the devices is there, and the other one is in Ray's pocket, so...
What? What is that? No!
So of course the blast ends up between the two of them, but there's nothing there.
What the hell? You tried to kill me!
So yeah, that's pretty much what happens if you run out of time before you come to any actual decision. That will produce an ending. And you know what happened at the end, there is a bit of a hint as to how we're supposed to bring about one of the endings. First, let's... So we need to open with something, I think. Ray?
Then educate me.
Right now, Antivorta is just one single computer in the low-profile office below us. But if the 11th Foundation has their way, that one mainframe will be the hub of a worldwide array of supercomputers that track, well, everything. Everywhere you go, everything you do, you leave an electronic trail. Phone calls, emails, texts.
Yeah, we've already heard this.
There's no way that
You were that they told me.
Gee,
Shut up! You when I resonant. I've already set the 10 as soon as the device.
So now we get an actual choice for how we do this. Choose Bennett and... Actually, no we don't. First, Ray takes a step back. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. And we can only move once per turn, I guess, so I guess this time Ray could do the talking. Start steering him towards the other path.
you're a sociopath. Don't you have any empathy for the people you've betrayed? Any remorse at all?
Of course I do. I didn't want it to happen this way. I was betrayed myself. I've murdered 2 people because I thought the end result would be worth it. I will not let it all be for nothing. Amul and Reno just killed hundreds, Ray. Thousands. With resonance. Can you just let them get away with it?
Quit messing with his head. It's you we need to stop.
And now we switch to Bennett. We make him take a step forward.
Stay where you are, detective. I mean it.
But Ray can follow up with this sympathetic line of questioning as well.
These 11 Foundation people, how can we stop them?
So you agree with me? That they need to be stopped?
Ray.
I'm not agreeing or disagreeing, just getting all the facts.
There's no other way but this. With all the fear they're stirring up tonight, Antivorta will be shoved through Congress in no time, and the network will spread like a virus. The 11th Foundation has lobbyists and senators in their pockets. They've even got their hooks in the vice president.
The vice president?
Those articles they had you write? You didn't actually think they were interested in your career, did you?
Blackmail.
Reno sees everything. She's 12 moves ahead. So we flip the board, destroy the mainframe.
It'll set them back years, long enough to reveal what they did.
They'll lose.
It's not about winning or losing, damn it. Resonance doesn't matter. Antivorta doesn't matter. Right now, stopping Ed is the only thing that matters, Ray.
Nope. So now that we're in control again, let's take Bennett, make Bennett take another step forward.
That's close enough.
And we can keep following up this line of sympathy. We can say, what if we tell Ray to show him the device? Needs a, needs some form of justification to be able to show the device to Ed, but we're not gonna go down that road yet. But we can make him keep sympathizing with Ed for now.
Let's say, hypothetically, you might be right about Antivorta.
What?
Just saying. These 11 Foundation guys sound like bad news.
Ray, you're forgetting the bad news right in front of you. This guy killed Anna in cold blood. He delivered dangerous weapons to criminals.
But maybe.
No buts, no maybes. The line has been drawn, and it's drawn right here. Don't cross it.
Alright, so yeah, Bennett really doesn't want to sympathize with Ray in any way. So let's have him take one more step forward, which places
Bennett,
Ed
if you take one more step, I will shoot you.
right in the middle of the plank here. Can we say anything else about that? No, not really. We can just pick on all the dialogue choices that we went through.
And you expect me to...
Yeah, and what they...
Yep, they're hiding in plain sight and all that.
Very, very soon.
Can't you see the irony? Gotta do this thing, I guess.
Don't you see the irony?
Of me using resonance as... Yes, but any good that resonance could do for... And once this is done, you're end for... Time's up.
And here we go.
Turn him off, Ed. There's gotta be another way.
Except this fine. Yep, this time things are a little bit different.
What? What is that? No!
Except now he's Ash. And there's another blackout.
Senators, members of Congress, and the men and women of the United States of America. Like all of you, I woke up this morning facing a different world. A world where those who hate life and freedom can execute mass acts of terror on a truly global scale. And like you, I could only ask myself, why? Why did a thing like this have to happen? And who? Who could have done this? And what? What do I do now? I wish I had answers for you. I wish I could understand the hearts and minds of the ones who did this. But I can tell you this. The one thing we cannot do is nothing. So this morning, under the unanimous approval of both houses of Congress, I signed into law a new anti-terrorist measure called Antivorta. It goes into effect immediately, and I urge world leaders to adopt the program as well. We will stand fast, and we will stand strong. And rest assured, we will do everything in our power to keep America and the world safe.
Yep. So I guess
the
Illuminati
Sorry,
win in
I
this
was at
ending.
a cyber cafe all night typing this article up, but then...
Did you post it to your site yet?
No. I've got it right here. Just need to hit send on my phone. But I got a call this morning.
I got it too. It doesn't change anything.
He said he would have our names cleared. Let us go back to our lives.
Yeah, wasn't that nice of him? I especially liked the part where he said they'd find us and destroy us if we told anyone what we know. Forget Amul. Post the article.
Bennett, it reads like a conspiracy theory blog. It sounds nuts, and there's nothing but a blurry security camera photo to back it all up.
But it gets the word out there. And since Congress rammed through Antivorta this morning, our window is quickly closing on that. Okay, it's a long shot, but it's better than nothing, right?
Did we do the right thing?
We stopped the murderer from killing again.
But if we had just let him blow up Antivorta...
Who knows how many people in that hospital would have died? Do you think that's what Anna would have wanted?
She wouldn't have wanted us to kill Ed either.
He didn't give us any other choice. Are you gonna call it quits now and go back to whatever life you got left? Or are you gonna publish the article, Ray?
So we get a post-ending choice. We can either delete the article and leave in the horrible Orwellian world that we've helped bring about, or we can publish it. Doesn't really change that much, so since the game's pretty much already over at this point, but we can either could be repressive of the truth, or we could do what Rorschach did at the end of Watchmen. I think, pretty much. Apparently that's the Independent achievement. Pretty sure I've already gotten that, but that's one ending we can get, yes. Apparently the people behind this was Vince, the main person that is behind this was Vince 12. As opposed to Dave Gilbert, who owns the company that produced it, but wasn't actually involved with the actual ending of the actual, I guess, bulk of the game, like he was with the Blackwell games. But now there's another ending that we can get where we can actually side with Ed and destroy the mainframe.
Wait, detective! Look at the TV!
Huh?
So we get to watch the horrible world attacks one more time.
My god.
What connection the incident in Aventine City could have had to these worldwide
Not
attacks?
sure if we can skip that. Yes, we
Those were
can.
resonance blasts.
This must be what Ed was planning.
No. Let's get...
So let's have the final confrontation with Ed one last time.
So peaceful, it's hard.
Look, it's got it.
So,
No, you cannot. You pretty much have to get that before you have the option to
I don't
come
see
up
it.
here.
What if...
Don't worry, Wolf.
Hi, guys. Good. Do you see now?
Ed,
So you might have caught on the last time we did this.
Right.
That Ray is the one who can sympathize with Ed more. So we're gonna follow that thread of conversation.
I've already set the timer, and
You're a sociopath, I think is the
You're
first
a
one.
sociopath. Don't you have any empathy for any...
of course, I rule and rent. Can you
Quit messing.
So how do we stop them?
These 11 Foundation people. How can we stop them?
So you agree with me? That they need to be stopped?
Ray.
I'm not agreeing.
There's no... With all the 11 Foundation.
The Vice.
Those articles?
Black.
I know. So
It'll set them back here.
It's not about resin right now.
Yep, so now we get the option to show him the device again. Well, yeah, the thing is, Ray pretty much said that he knew that it wouldn't get believed by anyone at first, but it gets the word out there, according to Bennett, so if someone wonders how did it actually happen, since who knows, they probably got like a scapegoat people to blame the attacks, and that wasn't them, but like I said, it kind of reminds me of the ending of Watchmen, where there's a horrible sacrifice of millions to bring about world peace by the villain, and then it's revealed at the end that Rorschach wrote all about it in his diary, which he then sends to the newspaper, so it might actually get exposed someday. But no, now we're going to justify siding with Ed for Ray, which is going to be through the attacks.
Listen, Ed. We found the resonance device in the basement. We took it.
You did what? Ray, what the hell?
Sorry, Bennett. Ed might be sleaze, but these 11 Foundation guys are worse. I've got it right here.
You're siding with this guy? You know what he's done?
I know. I also know what the 11 Foundation has done. Lesser of two evils. I'm sorry.
I just stopped the timer. Now give it to me.
You backstabbing son of a bitch. Give me that thing.
No!
Well, and Bennett dies.
Jesus!
Damn it. I can't do this. This isn't me. I don't want to hurt anybody anymore.
Ed, at this point, I don't know if I can believe that. But I do believe one thing. Antivorta needs to be stopped.
I know. Let's go.
So yeah, they do engineer this. See, that's another thing. They don't have to use the resonance devices to do this. They could prepare a more potentially less destructive way, but I guess they just so tight on time that
Yeah, well, who else am I going to talk to about this? I don't like
they didn't really see an
but I'm
alternative.
not qualified to judge you. Not after last night. I let you do it. I helped you do it. I'm just as culpable as you are. What's the total now?
From the hospital? 22 dead. A handful still missing. I'm sorry. If I only had more time to calculate the distance and area of effect.
Forget it. It's done. And Auntie Vorta?
Finished. Amul and Reno must still have some sway with the police. Both our faces have been all over the news this morning.
As soon as I post the article I'm writing, the world will know what they did. Then things can start to go back to normal. I guess that's something.
You can't post that article.
What?
You heard Bruckman's speech. Peace treaties are being signed around the world. Everyone's uniting in the wake of tragedy. I always dreamed of Resonance bringing about world peace, but I never imagined it would be like this.
Well, keep dreaming.
See, that's pretty much
That's
also
not
like
gonna
Watchmen,
happen,
where
you know it. I've been in the media a long time.
horrible
and I know
giant
spin
set of
doctoring around here.
terrorist
We
attacks
accomplished something
is what
last
actually
night,
ends
but
up
world
bringing world
peace?
peace.
I don't think so, Ed. Sorry. Bennett, Anna, Morales? You'll have to justify your actions some other way.
Post the article.
So yeah, he posts the article.
Now?
We wait until Amul and Reno and all their associates are behind bars.
Yeah, but that's
and
fair.
then we turn ourselves in.
So that's how it ended this time. The Illuminati were defeated, but a whole bunch of people died. And yeah, depending on the ending, only 2 people survive. It can be Ray and Bennett or Ray and Ed, as we've just seen. Pretty much Anna always has to die. So yeah, that was the game. I'm pretty sure Ave Goldfarb, who voiced Joey in the Blackwell games, is in here somewhere, or at least I think he is. I think that's pretty much the closest connection to those games. Well, there's Francisco Gonzalez, who made the Ben Jordan game, so there is Reggie Sedgwill. Francisco Gonzalez, who made the Ben Jordan games, has voiced in a bunch of AGS games like this. Also, I forgot that apparently you get like different newspaper background stuff depending on the enemy. But yeah. What are my thoughts on the game? Well, it's a pretty unique game, as I think I've mentioned. Even for this type of game. It's there's a couple of hiccups that I have with it. There's, that big segment at the middle of the game where you have control of all 4 of the characters and you can go pretty much anywhere. And a lot of the time it's not really streamlined to the point where you can figure out what you're supposed to be doing without pretty much trying everything at some points. That happened to me the first time I played. And the kind of feel like a lot of the characters in this, or at least some of the characters in this, particularly the villains, were not really that well developed. Like, well, yeah, I have had this problem with one other piece of fiction that I am particularly derisive towards, where we're told that like 2 characters actually have like this amazing ability to be super intelligent and be able to manipulate people, but you never actually see like how that is founded. So you pretty much just have to take their word for it, even though you can very easily imagine that being overridden. But other than that, the game's pretty well presented. Well, I'm pretty sure this ending is called Lesser of Two Evils, so make of that what you will. And you will have to assume that, to make your own assumptions about this, apparently, since according to this headline, Ed and Ray go to jail, but the actual villains apparently are still at large, so make of that what you will. Who knows if they're actually able to stop them after that. Since, you know, they've been committed to jail for murder, I'm guessing they're not getting out in quite a while. Well, I guess Reggie still knows the truth if they manage to get through to him. We got 37 achievements thus far, and we missed 1 point. Wow. That sucks. But yeah, that was that. And I actually have no idea where we missed it, since there's pretty much like only one spot I can think of where you need to do something unintuitive to get a point or a set of points. But let's see what achievements did we get. This is from both of the playthroughs I've done, so you can be nice to Anna at the beginning, or you can be that guy, as we saw. And a lot of these are, achievements that we get just by getting through the game. I'm pretty sure you get this by sending the email at the start. Apparently you get one for listening to the janitor's entire story without interruptions, which I'm pretty sure I did both times. Okay, which ones did I miss though? There's one. You can play through the entire game with commentary mode. You can get all points. And then there are these two at the end. Insane achievement, which is open the safe without any vision aids. And escape from the monster without locking the door. I'm not sure what would be so difficult about that, but you know what? I think I can do the safe one. Since, like I said, when I was doing this playthrough, I used quite a bit of reference. So let's go back to this point in the game. Also, yeah, hello, Raisin. And look at the safe. Let's look at the blue side. Go to that part of the reference file that I have open here. And just go through all of the motions, which should be this. Now the green side. There we go. And now the yellow side, and finally the red side. What's the yellow side? There it is. And now the red side, which is the one that has like 7 things. And there we go. That should have been it.
You solved it. Oh, no.
Oh.
Sorry. But
Yeah, we went through all this. And we didn't use the sonograph, so there we go. That's the insane achievement number 1. Done with. Should be visible at the end of this. And quick escape without locking the door. Well, I guess we could. I'm not sure if we can do that right now, since I don't know if we have a saved game. Or that part of the game. It doesn't look like we have now. So no, I think I'll just do it in my own time, as well as playing with commentary mode, which I don't know how long that will take, but yeah, that was the game. It only took took less than 2.5 hours to get through the other half. That's actually a pretty good time. According to my expectations, so yeah, that was that. That was the game. Yeah, it was close to the beginning, but you had to have to go through the whole part with Ed in the apartment at first. And I just don't feel like doing that right now. Also, no, it wasn't. It was the, like, when you first start up, you need to pretty much find the phone with Ed and call the guy, and then you get the choice between the 4 scenarios, but like I said, I'm lazy, so I'm not going to do that right now. Also, I almost forgot about Lambda's question earlier, where pretty sure they say at one point that the explosions aren't supposed to, like, create or remove matter from space or anything. They just pulverize whatever's in the area of effect. So it's not antimatter or just matter removal. It's basically a very controlled explosion in a perfectly spherical zone. And you know the explanation, there's an entire journal in the game that you can read that tells you what the pseudoscience behind that is. And apparently it's basically that 2 particles are being released which are apparently the subatomic structure of the electron. So of course when they snap back together they make that explosion, but anyway. I think what I'm going to do now is take a quick break like I usually do, and then we're going to go to live stream like always. Ever since that person walked in. And we're going to be watching some more Doctor Who tonight. It's going to be another pretty memorable 4th Doctor story, with the memorable part about it being the villain. So, you know. So I'm going to do what I usually do, which is stop the stream and the recording, and then I'm going to resume it when I return. I just need to get this, I guess. Here it is. So that's the link. So that's what I'll be doing. I will be taking that break now. And I will see you when I return.